Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Yash Gupta and I work extensively on forecasting and time series models in real world industry problems. Things like demand forecasting, business metric predictions, and deep learning based models are like my daily tasks. Over the past years, I have been working with classical models like ARIMA and Profit, as well as some deep learning models like DeepAR, TFT, and some raw neural network architectures as well. Then I got to know about this library, PyTorch Forecasting, and I started learning. And I felt a gap between documentation and real world understanding. So here I explain concepts slowly, intuitively, with some real hands on example, assuming you already know some basic Python, PyTorch, etc., but not necessarily this library. So yeah, let's get started. If you have ever tried time series forecasting with deep learning, you probably felt one of the two things. Either the model is too simple, like Arima's Arima Profit, or deep learning model which felt too complicated, too much boilerplate, too many bugs, too many errors, nothing works in the end. So PyTorch forecasting library exactly sits in the middle. It gives you state of the art models like DeepAR, TFT, etc. And this library is made to run in the production. In this video series, I am going to show you how PyTorch forecasting actually works under the hood, not just copy paste example or the documentation, but what is there in the library code itself. Before we go any further, let me quickly tell you who this series is for. This is not going to be a beginner Python series. I expect you to already know basics of PyTorch, tensors, and data loaders which are there in PyTorch, and basic time series concepts like lags, horizon, seasonality, etc. etc. So, what makes this library special? There are three things. One, it gives you specialized time series dataset, just like normal data loaders. This time series dataset is the heart of this library. Number two, it is built on Lightning, so there are no training loops required, no optimizer. Everything can be borrowed from Lightning module. And third is auto regressive decoding, done right there, which is surprisingly very hard when you implement in real world. It gives you in its base class. So if you want to make your own model itself, you can borrow the code. Once your data set is ready, training becomes almost boring, and that's actually a good thing. Let me quickly walk you through the structure of the series, what I'm going to cover. So, this video is about the roadmap and setting up the environment, and I will also show you the documentation. In the next video, I will go deeper in time series dataset. What is encoder length? What is decoder length? Unknown and known features. What is normalization? What common mistakes we make? And this is most important video for the entire series because 70% of the work is done here. Then what are the model APIs and what are the training workflows? Dot from dataset function, which is very important. I will going to show you that as well. What are lightning trainers? How you can apply early stopping or the checkpoints, and it also provides you the support for tensor board, that as well. Then the subsequent videos I will go with the models which this library provides and the base models like auto regressive base model and what are with covariates and without covariates. Also how you can make your own custom models, custom loss functions, how you can do monkey patching if you don't like something and want to use it in the production. So this is roughly about PyTorch forecasting. Now I show you how you can set up the environment. Okay, all right. Now let's quickly see how we can set up the environment. I strongly recommend using Conda or Mamba. Why? Because PyTorch forecasting has very specific dependency versions, specifically when it comes to PyTorch Lightning. So this will be an ideal choice. Moving on, how I do it, I just quickly create a new folder. Let's say PyTorch forecasting. I just quickly name this something, open it, and open the terminal. I will open Visual Studio Codes for better clarity. Okay, now we can open the terminal and quickly write the commands. So as I said, I will be using Conda. So I just quickly write the command Conda create dash and new command. Name it something PyTorch dash forecasting, and Python version which you want to use is Python 3.10, and just accept everything. It will take some time. So okay, now Conda environment has been created. I will activate it. Conda activate this environment. I just quickly copy this particular name only, else it gives error. Conda activate PyTorch forecasting. Fine. Now it is activated as you can see here. And you also want to install PyTorch, Torch Vision, Torch Audio, those kind of modules as well. So I install them directly here. Second thing while it install is if you are having matched Conda version, then it's fine. You can also use GPU. Else you need to match the Conda version for this library and use GPU, because I'm not using GPU version because I do play games on this computer and I don't want to degrade my Conda version. So you can do that too. But for this tutorial, CPU version should be fine. Okay, finally, dependency packages are installed. I quickly install the main package, the highlight of the evening, PyTorch forecasting. Hmm. What? Okay, I want pip install, not Python install. What I'm doing. Okay, so this will also take some time. Yeah, one more thing. It is also going to install your scikit-learn, pandas, numpy, lightning again. It is installing or maybe checking some dependency. So it will take some time. Okay. Now this PyTorch forecasting is also been installed. I just quickly check if everything works fine or not. For that, I will create a Python file. Let's say main.py. So I will start importing the modules and check if they are importing properly or not. PyTorch, then PyTorch lightning, then we have PyTorch forecasting. Also, I can just quickly check the version of each of those. So mm, dot version, and check this for PyTorch forecasting and PyTorch lightning 2. Okay, so this looks good. This will giving me. So this looks good. This should give me versions as well. I just quickly test it using python-m main. Mm, since it is first time, it took some time. Then it is telling me about the version. So if this runs without an error, I guess you are good to go. In this section, I wanted to show you the official documentation, which you can search on Google by typing PyTorch Forecasting Docs. So this installation I showed you how you can do, and the normal usage. So the first line mentions that it is built on PyTorch Lightning module. With this module, you can train all the models present in this library on multiple GPUs out of the box. How a typical code of PyTorch forecasting looks like is you have data, you specify some parameters which goes into time series dataset object. In the upcoming videos, I will be telling you how this time series dataset object is created and what are its internals. But for now, this should be good. With this object itself, you can create validation set, and these are still this training and validation are still our object. When you pass the batch size and create the data loader, very similar to how you do it in normal PyTorch dataset. Similarly, you do it here. Then you can define some early stopping logging parameters, and which can be directly passed to this trainer object in PyTorch Lightning, and this helps in training our model. If you want to initiate the model, you can simply use this class. There are multiple models already in PyTorch forecasting. However, there are some base classes which can be helpful when if you want to create your own model. And this function, which is quite a popular one in PyTorch forecasting, this dot from dataset, where you can pass all the parameters. Additionally, you pass few other parameters which are not directly part of model but a part of training, like reduce learning rate on plateau or loss function or learning rate. But in PyTorch forecasting, you pass it like this. Then simply you do a training, and this is pretty much all about the overall structure. By the end of tutorial, you will also be able to know about these things, if not all, most of those. So this is all about introduction. I see you in the next video. We will deep dive in time series dataset, and I am not exaggerating when I say this. If you understand this class properly, everything else in PyTorch forecasting becomes easy. So see you in the next one. Thank you.